You see what it is, thumbnail. Let's talk about the Blink Up tactical gun mount. Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Ghost Dog back in the house, and we are talking today about the Blink Up tactical gun mount. Picked this up at the Indiana Gun Show with a few other products. I'm going to talk about this one today. We're going to give this one a quick review. Shout out to the people at the booth, Ariel, whose card I got, whose name I can't remember, and then the gentleman who I spoke to there, who I'm sure his name is not Ariel. But shout out to both of you guys. I said I'd shout them out. So if they are watching the channel, here it is, the Blinked Up tactical gun mount. All right, so this is the packaging that you get. You'll see here it tells you what it is. It gives you their email address, their phone number, their Instagram, and their Facebook. And then if you scan the QR code, it also takes you to their website. The website is www.blikked.com. www.blinkup.com. Now, I did visit their website because I wanted to see what else they had to offer. I think they had like t-shirts and a few other tactical things that were out there. So if you want to check that out. Now, the website for me on the phone was a little bit wonky. I'm going to check it out on my computer with you guys a little bit later. So we can kind of glance through that and you can kind of see what I went through. But when I was just there, like a chat bot came up, and I get it, you know, they want to assist you. Sometimes I just want to browse, just want to see what's there. So we'll look at that a little bit later on. But let's talk about what's in the packaging. All right. So in the packaging, as you can see here, you get this plate mount. Now the plate mount is just that. It is a magnetic plate mount. So this is the back side. This is what you'll stick to or hang mount to wherever. This side is the magnetic side. There you can see it says Blink Up right there. And then what you do is you put your firearm on the surface here. All right, so along with that, in the box, you also they give you this little double-sided tape. So you can use this double-sided tape they give you to mount to like your car or to some furniture you may not want to put screws into, something along those lines. Or if you have double-sided tape that you like to use of your own, use that. And then if you are mounting this like in the closet or up against a desk, or your bed frame or something like that, you do get these wood screws, and you also get these drywall screws to put inside of the wall. So they give you that. All right, so that's what comes in the box. Now I paid $20 for this at the Indiana Gun Show. I believe it's like 2 for $20 normally, or 1 for $25, and he just kind of cut me a deal since I said I'd be reviewing this on the channel. But here on the box it tells you magnetic construction, sight friendly, and scratch resistant. All right, so we're going to test some of those things out today. What I did bring out with me, one is my EDC. It is the Canik Pete MC9 Prime. You can see there the mag is empty, the head is clear. So I'll close it out. Watch it there. Now, looking at this compared to this, the first issue I see, because there is a dot, that's going to be an issue, right? I'm not going to be able to lay that flat, clean up against the surface, one. But two, even if this was a little bit longer, and I'll show you on my SFT what I mean. This is a little bit longer, or if this slide was longer, or the sights were up a little further, or this dot wasn't even there. Well, if it's there, then this wouldn't be a problem. But because it is there, it does cause a problem. There's a height difference. So unless your dot where you're mounting this has a clearance, this is probably not going to work out well for you. So one way you can solve this is because this is a metal or aluminum top, is you can put it on the side, depending on which way you're mounting it. They look like such. And then you should be able to, because it should be up against the surface where it shouldn't move, is you should be able to rack the gun. Although when I'm pulling it here, I'm not feeling the resistance of the gun racking the slide. So that could be an issue for protection purposes. So the other way you could do it is you could mount it flat surface like this, and then you would then place it like this on your handgun, and then that would allow you to rack. And the reason why I'm doing it slow is I just put lotion on my hands, and earlier I recorded this and this went flying. Probably look at trying to do it as such if I were going to do it, and that's going to allow me to let my sight help with racking the device, racking back in the gun. And getting me going. So there's that there. Give me 1 second while I find the Blikked Up product. Hold on. I may put that in the blooper reel somewhere, but there's that. So that could be one way you could do that. So that'd be up to you to kind of decide. We'll talk a little bit more about this once we test this out in the car. So that is the Mete NC9 Prime. And then we have the Mete SFT. Again, mag wheel is empty. Nothing in the head. As you can see here, a much longer surface. So you can mount the dot or mount the handgun long ways as such. Again, the only problem you're going to run into is clearance. Is it's going to give you enough clearance from where you're mounting it at to actually rack your handgun. So the idea would be to have it mounted. You would use the dot as part of like to kind of help, and then you would pull it off, and you'd be ready to defend yourself. So the concept seems right, depending on the handgun you own. We're going to test this out in our vehicle and see how this performs in the vehicle, where the two areas we think we might want to mount this, and kind of give you guys a look at it. All right, so follow me out to the car and we'll get this set up.
All right, guys, we are back. We are going to be mounting this into the car for our test purposes. We brought our Mete SFT out, and we're going to see how this works. As I was telling you guys earlier in the video, that my assumption is that we're going to have a problem because of the dot. It's probably not going to sit as well as we think. We're going to have to see if there's a good position for this. So come on. Thanks to my wife today for recording the video. We got the ice cream man going by. Wife throwing up the deuces real quick. She don't like being on camera though, unless she's just taking pictures of us selfie wise. I don't understand. I could post 1 or 2 of them for y'all. All right, so getting in the car. So you see a lot of different places. All right, so we had a little technical difficulty. So in the areas here, it could hit the leg. We're gonna test that out. What I brought out today, and then obviously I just left it. I think I did. I left the double-sided tape in the trunk, so you have to go back to the trunk. But this is just the plate mount, as we've shown before. You could mount this in your home as well, something like this in your home. And it has these screw holes in it. And as I showed you, it comes with the screws, but we're not going to screw into our car. Pause. All right, we're back. We switched cameras because we were having some camera issues with my phone. I'm not sure what was going on. I think it might be the hand gestures stopping me from starting and stopping recording. But we're going to try to mount the plate. And my issue that I was saying earlier was if I put it here, I don't know if that gives me the leg clearance, so we're going to test that out. Same with over here. My fear is that, again, leg clearance, is it going to give a problem? Thought about doing it inside my armrest, but I have a lot of junk in my armrest, so we're not going to show that. We're not going to show that. I got all the junk in my armrest. So we're going to test it on 2 spots here, and then talk about it some more and how we feel about it. So I brought some double-sided tape, or double-sided, Gorilla tape out, because I didn't want to use the flimsy tape they had, because I want to be able to move this pretty quickly. So put this on real quick. room.
Can we just say a side note? Your camera's dead.
It's dead. I just pulled the battery out and put it in there. Dang, I just pulled the battery out. I wonder if it needs to be charged. Okay. We're going to pause for the calls. All right, so after switching out the battery, we're getting this thing done. I swear we are. We're going to get this done. It's dying. Fast. I don't know what that means. Talk. Use your words.
Very little. Like, it looks like the other battery.
It looks like the other battery? I don't know. All right, so I'm trying to get this double-sided tape on here. Forward before this dies on us. Hopefully it lasts a little bit longer, but my camera boom will let me know. We'll be editing out this portion. Good Lord. I can't take off double-sided tape for some reason.
Many hours later.
Alright, there we are. Cool. Alright, finally. After, that was way too long. Alright, so we're going to try it in the initial spot right here. The idea is that you should be able to put your firearm up against it as such. And that is my fear, is that the dot is not going to allow this to sit comfortably. So I could put it right here, but I don't think that bodes well for coverage. And it doesn't feel like this double-sided tape is catching. So let's try this one more time. Let's try it right here. Getting. I just feel like the way my car is designed, it's not really designed for that. So if I put it right, see, and it just pulled it off. So I don't know. It's not made to really grasp it, I guess, right there. Let's try it over here on this side. See how it works over here. It's a great ideal. I just don't know if it's, and then I'm supposed to be able to, you're supposed to be able to pull it off. I don't know if it's the tape I'm using now that it's been pulled on and off a couple times. Yeah, there's like some knot tackiness right there. I don't know. It might be the tape. It might not be the product. And it's supposed to be that Gorilla tape. It's supposed to work pretty well on all surfaces, but right now it's not giving us great stickiness. Let me try a little different approach. Put that down, and just for YouTube's knowledge, that the gun is clear. There is nothing in the gun. There's no magazines. We checked it already. Try this. Try not to see. Do it like this. Like this makes me think it's not even gonna work if I just do it like that. So I'm gonna show you something without the tape. So here's the plate. If I put it right here, you can see there is a major gap right there that this plate is not going to touch right there. And that, I'm assuming that's going to be the same thing over here. I would almost have to put it right there. You probably could get, but for me driving, you can see where my leg is hitting my pistol. So that's not going to bode well for me. Now, if you have a handgun, and then just show YouTube it right there, clear. You can't see that, but clear, nothing in there. All right. Don't have the red dot, then, and you just had a pistol that you use as your everyday carry, you could get away with something like this pretty easily in your vehicle, which would work out very well, because if you're like me, since I don't have a holster I consider to be a good holster for everyday carry, I don't ride with one currently in the head, and for that reason, I would like to have something like this, just so that when I get ready to grab it, you're supposed to be able to rack the slide and then pull it off. So that makes things a lot more lot more easy for when you run into a situation where you might need your handgun while you're in the car. Again, you can use this. They have ones that you can use this one, or they have another style that you can use. You can use this in your home. You can mount this on the wall in the closet or in the bathroom or wherever you, behind your bed. If you got like a space between your headboard and your wall and you want it behind your bed, you can do that. And that way you have your handgun out of the way, but still accessible for when you need it. All right, guys, we're gonna go back inside and finish up the review.
All right, guys, we are back from the car to finish up the review on the Blikked Up tactical mount. And as you've seen in the car, it just had some issues with it. My wife asked me, did I try the double-sided tape that came with it? And I was like, you know what? No, I did not. But I think the way my car on the inside is shaped, I would just have to get a different kind of mount to make this one work. I think this would work well like at my desk here that I'm actually working on right now, where I can mount this to the desk and then mount my handgun to there. But let's go over the website real quick. I want to share that with you guys. So let me pull it up here real quick. Go and share. Okay, so there you can see the mount. The website, when you first get to it, this is what it looks like. You can click shop now. If you just scroll down, it takes you down to the products that they have at hand. So they have the flat mount, which is what we reviewed today. They also have a quick draw mount, pretty much the same thing. It's kind of got a fit around the pistol for a little bit more. I want to say a little bit more security, maybe, depending on where you're putting it at. You got tactical rubber grips, a honeycomb holster, a t-shirt. You got the crew neck sweater, as well as hats and a glizzy clip, which some of those stuff we may go back and take another look at. I was very surprised to see, and I shouldn't have been since they were here at the Indiana Gun Show, but this is a company that is based out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, so just a couple hours north of Indianapolis, Indiana. As you can see there, they have the prices listed for everything, so go give them a check out. I don't have a code. I'm not a sponsored affiliate. I just thought, like, hey, this would be a good thing to review from the gun show and kind of go forward from there. All right, so with that being said, I think that is going to do. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to close this video out and get this one out to you guys as soon as I possibly can. And then going forward, hopefully be able to edit out the other videos that I've been working on as well and get those to you here. Hopefully another one by the end of the week. I think that's going to do it. Shout out to the wife for helping me out with shooting the video today. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let me know if you have this or something like this in your tactical arsenal, whether for your car or your house somewhere. And let me know how that works out for you in the comment section below. Until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Make sure you click the like button. I always forget to say this at the end. Click the like button, share it with a friend, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. Till then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. Peace.